Hello and welcome to another week's Weekly Wonder. My name is Steve M. Nash and I'm the editor of selfhelpcollective.com. And this week's inspirational quote comes from Michael Neill. It's a quote that I'm going to struggle to explain, and I think that's because it's at the limits of my understanding, my wisdom. But I'm going to do my best. I'm going to do my best in embodying what the quote talks about. This is it. You aren't afraid of what you think you're afraid of. You're afraid of what you think. You aren't afraid of what you think you're afraid of. You're afraid of what you think. Michael Neill. So, I have one way of explaining what this quote means. It's a little bit like when somebody calls you a name, or somebody says that you're fat, or you're ugly, or you're boring, or miserable, or, in my case, too serious, or a worrier. Somebody says that to you. Now, if you don't think anything like that is true, so somebody says to me, I'm fat. Steve, you're looking really fat, they might say. Now, I don't think that I'm looking fat. So when they say it to me, I'm a little bit bemused. But if I was somebody who thought that they were fat, who didn't like that thought, they didn't like the thought that they were fat, and somebody says it to me, that will remind me, when they say this to me, that will remind me of a thought I do not like. It's not what they say, it's the fact that once they say it, I am going to think, am I fat? I am fat, oh my God, I am fat, oh, no one's going to like me, or whatever it is that I think about fat. Whatever bad thing it is that fat means to me. So when somebody calls me fat, I get offended. And I'm cross with that person. I'm angry with them, and they're, how could they say that? It's just rude. And so I might avoid that person. I might avoid that person's company. I might not spend time with that person, or the other person who tells me I'm too serious, or they laugh at me because I've got no friends, or I worry too much, and I don't want people to think that I worry too much. So I avoid that person's company. I'm scared of that person. I'm frightened of that person, so I avoid them. But the truth is, I'm frightened of the thought that I worry too much. For me, I worry too much. What does it mean? I don't get joy from life. I don't laugh. I don't laugh. That means people don't want to spend time with me. I haven't got many friends. This is a reason why I haven't got many friends, because I worry too much. And I haven't got many friends. That means I'll be on my own. And if I'm on my own, I'll be. What will I do with myself? And what will I do? And what will it mean? And everyone's having a good time, and I'm on my own. And all these are just thoughts. Each thought spurns another thought and another thought. Each of those thoughts, I don't like. I don't like those thoughts. I take those thoughts seriously. I know. Imagine the idea of not taking your thoughts seriously, of somebody say something to you. So let me just give you an example. When I was younger, and I tried not to be shy, I used to go into nightclubs, and go up to a woman without making any eye contact or anything, and just say, "Do you want to dance? Do you want to dance?" And they might want to dance. They might be busy with their friends. They might be shocked. And most of the time they said no. And I would feel rejected. I would get pain from it. I would feel unattractive. I would think that I lost my train of thought. I would think that they didn't like me. I would think that they didn't like me. And what's worse than somebody not liking you? Even a complete stranger who's never met me until I asked them to dance out of the blue, I'd think they didn't like me. And it would punish me. And even now, I put an awful lot of energy into trying to get people to like me, because I feel that if they like me, I feel valued. And I'm not saying that people shouldn't like you, but I'm saying that ultimately you should like yourself. It's my job to like me, not your job. The thought that someone might not like me, I didn't like the thought. The reality, someone doesn't like me, if I don't think about it, people come in my life, they go out my life. Some people like me, some people don't. You know the expression, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Funny is in the eye of the beholder. Interesting is in the eye of the beholder. What a great guy is in the eye of the beholder. You know, you get on with some people, you don't get on with some people. It's just how life is meant to be. Don't take it personally. Don't take it seriously. These words by Michael Neill, if you can embrace, if you can understand them, if you understand what they mean, and I have a better understanding than I'm explaining, but I find it difficult to explain. If you can understand that it's not the event, but the thought of the event that frightens you. It's not the woman rejecting me when I'm asking her to dance. It's the thought of the woman rejecting me. That's what pains me. Or the thought of the woman that rejected me. That's what pains me. It's not the event. It's the thought. So I'm suffering, or I'm having a good time, or I'm really happy, or I'm depressed because I'm struggling with the thoughts in my head. There's a battle going on. And when I'm happy with my thoughts, I'm happy. And when I'm unhappy with my thoughts, I'm unhappy. The world carries on. Good things, bad things happen in the world every moment, every minute, every hour, every day, every week, every year. Always. Things happen in the world. But I get happy, I'm unhappy. And it's all about my thoughts and my thinking. About, well, whatever thoughts come into my head. Do I like those thoughts? Ah, yeah. Do I not like those thoughts? No, I don't like those thoughts. Do I not like those thoughts? I'm unhappy. Go away, thoughts. Why is that person making me think those thoughts? That woman who said no when I asked her to dance. What's wrong with me? Why doesn't she like me? Why do no women like me? There's nobody over there, by the way. It's apart from my kitchen sink. These are examples. It's my thoughts that I don't like. That is my best effort at trying to explain briefly the wisdom of Michael Neill. You aren't afraid of what you think you're afraid of. You're afraid of what you think. Michael Neill. I'd love to know what you think about Michael Neill's words, or my explanation of his words. Please comment wherever you see this video. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.